Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, 2/24, and it is a really rainy day here in New Jersey. Really rainy. I'm just happy it's warm because if it wasn't warm, we would have a lot of snow. So I hope where you are just getting rain and not snow, or maybe you have a sunny day. But welcome everybody as you're all coming in this lovely morning. I hope you are all well and everybody's having a great day. Hold on. So actually we just found out, Megan just let me know. I know good morning everybody. Good morning Joanne, Claire, Bev. Good morning Julie. Good morning, Irina. Good morning, Lucci. So listen, I think some of you are not getting notifications on the videos. So what you have to do, let me actually just turn this around a little bit. What you have to do is in the top, let's see, you're looking at it this way. I don't know which is my right for you, but in the top right, this is right for you. I think there's a subscribe box, and just click subscribe, and when you click subscribe, you'll get instant notification of the videos when they go live, so that should be good. So good morning everybody. Thank you for your left hand. This is my right hand, but it's showing left for you. But top right, wherever that is for you, top right, there's a subscribe button. Anyway, welcome to Wednesday's live videos. Today, we're going to be talking about 10 things to not buy at the grocery store to save you money. So I'm really looking forward to talking about that. But before we do, did you guys see the Facebook buttons? They just changed this morning. Really cool. You can just like kind of hover over the like button, and you can select hearts or wows or all these cool things. So take a look at that when you have a chance. But good morning, everybody. Good morning. So let's get into this. Now, there are 10 things that I suggest, I should say, that you do not buy at the grocery store. Now, before I start into this, just so you know, all of this goes out the window if you have a great deal on it and it's like near free. So just keep that in mind when I'm going over this, because you might get to something and say, well, I always get a good deal on that. If you do, that's great. But on the whole, these are items that you should really stay away from, because most of the times they are going to cost you more money than you should be spending. So the first one are fresh herbs. Now that is something that I hate spending money on, because they are so easy to grow. If you have a space in your kitchen, even if you don't have a garden outside, you have a space in your kitchen or in a corner, grow some of the herbs that you use quite a bit. Big one is basil. I mean, you go and you buy them in the store and they're pretty expensive. So that's my number one thing not to buy in the grocery store. Grow your own if you use them a lot. Of course, there's always dried herbs, but sometimes we like to use fresh herbs in our recipes. The other thing I'm going to tell you, and we've talked about this a few times, is not buying produce that is not buying produce that is out of season. That is a huge savings. When you buy your produce in season, it's so much less money for you to save, so much less money for you to spend. And really, during the times when your produce is at its lowest, like during the summertime, you're going to get peppers for like 99 cents a pound. Buy a bunch of them, chop them up and freeze them so that you can use them when peppers are not on sale. I use that example quite a bit. But we do, if you're not sure what the seasons are, for all the different vegetables. Obviously, they do vary by the state you're located in, but for the most part, they're grown in the United States around the same times. So you can check out, we have a grocery sales cycle list that shows you each month what you can expect better prices on at the grocery store on your produce. And Megan will add that link here so you could take a look at it if you haven't already. It's great to know that. And I also spoke about, and she just posted it, I also spoke about how I did a freezer cooking a couple months ago, and I am going to do a freezer cooking with spring vegetables. So that'll be coming up next month, so that you're able to not only save by preparing your meals ahead of time, but also buy the right vegetables to use in the meals that are on sale during that time of year. Number 3, canned beans. Now, I'm going to tell you, I am guilty of this one. I will at times, get lazy and buy canned beans, but beans are so easy to cook and prepare without having to buy them canned, and they're so much less expensive in the bags. Now, if you're not familiar with how to cook beans, I think, Megan, you have I think I gave you a link to for how to cook beans, but it's a really simple. You just need to, sort your beans. Well, not really sort them, but look through them, make sure there's nothing bad in them, and pick them out and rinse them, and then put the bag of beans in like 8 cups of water in a pot, cover the pot, put in your refrigerator overnight, and rinse them, and they're ready to be cooked with. It's really that easy. It's just an overnight soak. There are methods in the link that Megan left for you that show you different methods, to like a quicker method, but that's a big savings if you use beans quite a bit. And I really recommend finding, if you like beans, there's so many different kinds of beans, to use them more in your recipes, because that is a great way to substitute for meats and still get the proteins that you need and things like that. Number 4 is buying bottled salad dressing. Again, I said this in the beginning, if you are getting deals on it, then that blows all that out the window. But if you're not and you need salad dressing is so easy to make. Really is. I mean, we have a standard Italian salad dressing that we make all the time here, and I'm going to actually show you what I use. This is those old those carafes from, I think it's Wishbone, and this is the simplest recipe ever. I use the lines that are on here. You can see all the seasonings. I use the lines that are on here already for my oil, water, and vinegar, and I use olive oil, and I use balsamic vinegar. And for seasonings, all you do, you ready? It's so easy. Salt, pepper, oregano, and basil dried. And when you think you've put enough of those seasonings in, add more, because you can't put too much in of basil and oregano. That's it, and it makes the most delicious salad dressing ever. And it's so simple to do that why buy it, right? So that's my 4th one. 5th one is juice boxes. There's a convenience. I know when you have little kids, it's easy to grab them, but you can they have so many little cups that can be washed for the kids these days, much more than when my kids were little. So, refill those instead of buying the juice boxes. Number 6 is baby food. It is so easy to make baby food, and it is so much better for them too. And we have a great link, and Megan will post it for you. It's at onceamonthmeals.com, and we'll give you the direct link to it. But it's a great post on how to make, and she put it up already, on how to make baby food, and you can freeze them so that you can make a whole bunch ahead of time. But it's a big savings, and it's so much better for them too. Number 7, flavored water. Now, we had a deal, I don't remember, maybe 6 months ago on flavored water, and we were getting them for free. Again, if you can get a great deal, it blows these out of the water, but for the most part, don't buy flavored water. Don't even buy bottled water. You can just put them in cups. We just use cups all the time. I don't have mine here right now. Cups with lemon juice. I always have lemon and everything in mine. So much cheaper. Number 8, I love, because a lot of people fall into this. Pre-cut produce. You are spending so much more money for, once a month mom also has a nice freezer guide. Yep. Great. Thank you, Julie, for sharing that. Well, what was I on? Pre-cut produce. Pre-cut produce, I compared prices one time for a piece I was doing. It's crazy how much money they charge you per pound for pre-cut produce. So don't fall into that trap. It doesn't take that much longer to chop up your own vegetables. Really, it doesn't. The only one I wish I didn't have to is onions, because I don't know, everyone in my family can cut onions and they don't cry. Me, the second I slice it, I'm like, my eyes are like bright red and bawling my eyes out. I even bought goggles and they kind of help, but anyway. Oh, you like the color I'm wearing? Thank you. The next one is an interesting one, and I think it causes some people to discuss it more, and that's great. I like debating different things, but the next one is organic produce. Now, if you are a diehard organic and you're really into it, that's great, but I recommend then don't buying it at your grocery store. Seek out local farmers or co-ops or farmers markets for that. But just so that you understand, there are, and again, if you're really into this and you just want organic, do those, find those options for cheaper prices. But know that the Environmental Working Group puts out a list of the it's the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15, and those are items that the Clean 15 are items that you don't have to buy organic because the pesticides levels are much lower. And we're going to give you a link, and I lost my list on it. Where did I put it? I don't even know. It must have fallen somewhere. But anyway, Megan's going to, she put it up already. And the Clean 15 has produce like avocados, sweet potatoes, onions that you don't need to buy organic, that the pesticides levels are low. And then there's the Dirty Dozen, which are apples and grapes and things, strawberries. So if you want to really buy organic products and be conscious of the pesticide levels for your family, then you would spend your money in that on those items. So take a look at that that list, because it's a great list to really look at and be conscious of what you should and shouldn't buy organic. Again, if you don't want to pay attention to that and just buy organic, find other methods to get better prices. Julie says, put butternut squash in the microwave for a couple minutes before cutting. Yes, and that's what I do too, because they are tough to cut if you don't do that. And we love butternut squash here. Delicious. It's such a great vegetable. My last one is not buying individual packaged products, single serving. Again, if you're getting deals on it, all the more, then get them. But if you're not, don't spend the money on those individual packages to throw in the kids' lunch boxes or things like that. Put them in Ziploc bags or other containers that you have. It's easy to do that, make little individual snacks. So these are 10 items that avoid at the grocery store. They're going to save you money in the long run by chopping your own vegetables, making your own salad dressing, soaking your own beans, and things like that. So I hope that gave you some insight on ways to save. I'm going to look at any questions and comments. I was reading some as we go along. Do you find it cheaper to buy fruits and vegetables at Costco and portion and freeze? No. For the most part, no. Don't be, when you go to Costco, make sure you read the unit prices or the pound prices on them, because most of the time, produce, except for like bananas, are not the best price at Costco. Places like your farmer's market and Aldi and things like that are going to be better for that. I hope that answers your question, Amanda. Wearing contact lenses is the only thing that keeps me from crying. Actually, you know what? That's what my son's girlfriend, Lacey, who stays here sometimes, she wears contacts and she says the same thing, but I can't wear contacts, so I don't have that option. But the goggles help me. They look kind of funny. My son likes to take pictures of me with the goggles on, chopping onions. He thinks it looks weird. I think I got most of the questions. If I didn't, I will. Butchering your own meats can also save. Yep. There's a nice video on YouTube and easy to follow. Great. That's great. There, Google is your friend. You could Google almost anything on how to do it. Buying a whole turkey and chopping it all up is, great. And again, buying the turkey, when would you buy them? During the November, December. Chop them all up, freeze it, so it's easy to use at the different times. Yeah, it's, much easier to buy meat and cut it into cubes instead of, say, beef cubes. Exactly. And it's cheaper, much cheaper to do it that way. You're paying for the cost at the store. Now, some grocery stores will actually, if you buy something, they'll chop it up for you for free. So check with your grocery store at the butcher and see if they'll do that for you, to chop up your meats. Yes, are you going to make a list with all the links? Yes, after the video is over, at the top of in the description, we will put a list, and we do that for every video of all the resources talked about in the video. So it makes it easier for you. So again, if you missed the beginning, there'll be a subscribe button at the top right, and subscribe to the videos, and you will get instant notification of the videos each day. And tomorrow we are talking about, and this was a highly requested one, how to shop at Rite Aid. You'll love Rite Aid and their Plenty Points. I know there was a lot of, oh, I hate that they're taking away the up rewards, but the Plenty Points are actually giving CVS a run for their money. And for me to say that, that's pretty good, because I love CVS. So I hope you guys stop by tomorrow. I'll be back here at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, and keep on couponing. Have a great day. Bye.